The Formula One world is abuzz with speculation, as whispers of Adrian Newey's potential move to Ferrari gain momentum. An insider from Red Bull's camp has reignited the possibility of the renowned chief technical officer of the Austrian team departing as early as 2025. While all appears serene on the surface, the storm that recently engulfed Red Bull could have far-reaching implications for the team's composition at the close of the 2024 season. Adrian Newey and Max Verstappen are at the epicenter of this turmoil, their names echoing loudly amidst the chaos. With Ferrari's interest in Newey resurfacing, the question arises, will Newey finally fulfill his long-standing desire to join the Italian team? And if so, how will this reshape the entire F1 landscape? According to a Red Bull insider who spoke exclusively to GP fans, Newey's departure now seems inevitable due to the internal power shifts within Red Bull. While Red Bull has refuted these claims, Ferrari's silence on the matter suggests they are not ready to concede defeat in their pursuit of Newey. As Christian Horner remains at the helm of Red Bull, potentially gaining even more power as he aims for the CEO position, the drama between the Verstappen family and Marco on one side and Horner on the other shows no signs of ending. Despite their track dominance, the discord within the team could have a profound impact on its future. Ferrari, on the other hand, has made significant strides in just 6 months. With 3 major upgrade packages slated for the SF24, Newey will undoubtedly be keeping a close eye on the Maranello team's camp to determine if they hold the key to his future. In a recent interview, Newey stated that he would remain loyal to Red Bull as long as they wanted him. However, if he perceives a lack of appreciation for his contributions to the car's design, he would not hesitate to make a statement to the contrary. Horner has praised Newey's input in Red Bull's design, attributing much of the team's success to the engineering mastermind in their garage. However, he also emphasized that it's a team effort and downplayed the extent of Newey's influence. To further complicate matters, Horner has hinted at redirecting Newey's services to the RB17 supercar project. While this would undoubtedly be an exciting endeavor for Newey, it also paints a different picture of Red Bull's management, which could prompt Newey to consider a change of scenery. Newey has had a storied career, having worked with championship-winning teams like Williams and McLaren before joining Red Bull. He has admitted that not working with drivers like Hamilton and Alonso or teams like Ferrari will always be one of the biggest what-ifs of his career. Fortunately, an opportunity may be just around the corner, and there are few obstacles that could prevent him from seizing it. A former co-worker of Adrian Newey, Bradshaw, shed light on how the former Williams engineer collaborated with another titan, Patrick Head, only to seek a new challenge once they had achieved all that was possible at the time. Bradshaw likened this to footballers and drivers moving on to new pastures, regardless of the reason. The current standings in Red Bull suggest that Pierre Wacha could replace Patrick Head. However, recent statements from Austrian team insiders indicate that Wacha has claimed to be the architect behind the team's latest success, even though his statements suggest otherwise. This could potentially turn into a covert battle between the current Red Bull employees over who would be the more desirable choice for the Maranello squad. However, Newey won't base this decision on his feelings. He's been in the sport long enough to recognize talent and progress, and it currently seems like Ferrari has what it takes to put significant pressure on Red Bull in the remainder of 2024, with all the upgrades coming down the pipeline. The team's mentality has also changed significantly now that they know Hamilton is joining them from 2025 onwards. This suggests a lot of hope that Ferrari already has the upper hand on Mercedes once the 2026 regulations take effect. Moreover, with the 2024 upgrades, Ferrari might be in the championship fights in 2025 as well. Let's not forget that the current season is far from over, and the steps Ferrari is taking are already looking threatening for Red Bull, who are yet to optimize the zero-pod design to its fullest from Imola onwards. So, all in all, it seems like the Italian Grand Prix will provide a lot of answers as to whether or not there will be any fights for the remainder of the season and how this can affect the future of Adrian Newey. Another significant factor in the future of the experienced British engineer is Max Verstappen and the internal clash happening in the team. Although it's evident that internal team battles of all types happen within every squad on the grid, what is currently going on in Red Bull might be well above Newey's pay grade. More importantly, it has the potential to ruin the team's chemistry to the point of drivers leaving because they're feeling uncomfortable working under the leadership of Horner. This has already been emphasized by Jos Verstappen, and Mercedes wasted no time in offering Max Verstappen a lucrative deal that included an ambassadorial role within the team, with a rumored pay grade well above Hamilton's initial offering. If Max decides that enough is enough with Red Bull, which is a very slim possibility, then it would inevitably trigger a cascade of reactions that would undoubtedly see Newey follow in the footsteps of the Dutchman and call it quits, with the difference being the team that both of these current Red Bull superstars would choose as their next destination. Look, you cannot help but note that Ferrari has been mobilizing on all fronts, hiring very well-experienced members. With the arrival of Hamilton, many engineers are hoping to have the luxury of working with a 7-time world champion in his quest for the 8th. And Newey is likely seeing that all of the recent progress that's been made in the Maranello team could be even further deepened if he joins the team with his own input. That is, however, if Ferrari is persuasive enough to offer him the perfect working conditions, which in this case don't seem to be that hard considering the fact that Newey does not have that much time left in the sport, but is still one of the most wanted assets on the grid. Ferrari will also face stiff competition from Aston Martin if Newey decides to leave Red Bull. Although Mike Crack has diplomatically denied any offer made from his team to the British engineer, it seems like rumors do not come out of nowhere, and Lawrence Stroll indeed plans to offer Newey a blank check for him to write his salary on and accept the lucrative offer from the Silverstone-based squad. But in order for this to happen, it's very likely that Newey will look at the data evidence and not the financial factor, because people like him are much more motivated by the engineering part of the sport than the money factor. Well, with all this in mind, do you think that there is an opportunity we'll see Newey fulfill his wish to work with Hamilton in Ferrari? And more importantly, do you think that it would be more than enough to win the championship together for the Maranello team, the first one since 2007? Let us know in the comments down below.